Representative Saunders for a question.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Representative Van Zant, if this becomes law and someone violates this section, what criminal penalties are they subject to?
Representative Van Zant.
Thank you, Madam Chair. A first-time offender representative receives a third-degree felony conviction with punishment up to 5 years in prison or $5,000 fine. A repeat offender may be sentenced to 5 to 15 years. Offenders whose participation result in the death of the mother receive a second-degree felony conviction with up to 15 years in prison and or a $10,000 fine, and repeat offenders who participate after the mother's death may be sentenced up to 30 years in prison.
Representative Saunders for a follow-up.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you for clarifying that. It solidifies for me that the scope and the impact that this could have on people's lives would be great. So I would like to come back to the questions about the language related to actively participating. You mentioned that there's a statute that exists that may clarify this. For folks out in the public who may be watching us today who don't know how to find that statute, can you please clarify what is in current statute and what would be defined as actively participating?
Representative Van Zant.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yes, Representative Saunders, if you go to Florida Statute 390.0111.
Representative Saunders.
I appreciate the number, sir, but I think that folks might have a hard time finding that. Can you describe what's in that statute?
Representative Van Zant.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Statute 390.0111, paragraph 10, Florida statute specifies that any person who willfully performs or actively participates in a termination of pregnancy procedure in violation of those requirements commits a third-degree felony. If doing so results in the death of the woman, a person commits a second-degree felony. Thank you, Representative.
Representative Saunders.
I'm not sure, sir, that helped me get a clearer definition of what actively participate means, so maybe I can ask you about a couple of scenarios to understand the intent of the bill. So if a woman decides to end a pregnancy and enters into a doctor's office, and a registered nurse takes her blood pressure, is that registered nurse actively participating under this law?
Representative Van Zant.
Thank you, Madam Chair. If the woman is there for the purpose of entering into an abortion procedure, yes.
Representative Saunders.
Thank you. If a secretary is sitting at a front desk in a doctor's office and a woman comes in and that secretary checks her in for a procedure to end a pregnancy, is that secretary actively participating?
Representative Van Zant.
Thank you, Madam Chair. In the abortion process, yes. In discrimination, not yet.
Representative Saunders.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Sir, if a friend is driving a woman to the doctor's office because she's decided to end a pregnancy, is that friend considered actively participating under this language?
Representative Van Zant.
Thank you, Madam Chair. If the procedure is to be done for discrimination of sex and race, yes.
Representative Saunders.
Thank you for clarifying that. So what that helps me understand is that the scope of this language, actively participate, can be very broad, and it is intended to be broad. So my question for you is, with the understanding that severe criminal penalties could be leveraged, is it the expectation that every single one of those people will ask this woman why she is or is not deciding to make her own personal decision and ending a pregnancy?
Representative Van Zant.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. No, Representative. I don't believe that the woman who's going to get the pregnancy or get the abortion because she's pregnant is going to be broadcasting her reasons necessarily. If she is, then those people who check her in, take her blood pressure and those sorts of things would be complicit if they have knowledge that she is achieving that abortion because of discrimination. Otherwise, they would not. So the reasons for the abortion are what the bill addresses, not the abortion itself.
Representative Saunders.
So just to clarify, Representative, thank you, Madam Speaker. So just to clarify, Representative, you don't believe that a registered nurse who is taking blood pressure for a woman who has come into a doctor's office to have this procedure done should feel an obligation under threat of criminal penalties to ask that woman why she has decided to have to end a pregnancy?
Representative Van Zant.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Representative, this question really is spurious to the bill. My opinion of whether or not she should be considered complicit would be up to a court of law. And you're asking the question when to someone who has never operated an abortion clinic, has never been in an abortion clinic, does not intend to ever participate in an abortion. So I am not going to answer the question simply because it's not relative to the bill.
Representative Saunders, and I will give a gentle reminder. Let's keep debate for tomorrow. Let's don't give debate in questions, nor give debate in answers. Keep it to the question.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Final question for you, Representative. I think that, well, I'll just ask it in this way. Does this bill do anything to prevent unintended pregnancies within does it do anything to prevent unintended pregnancies amongst women who are from communities of color?
Representative Van Zant.
No, Representative.
Representative Eagle, you're recognized for a question.
Thank you,